AI can boost AdTech. AI helps with targeting the right customers and also enables automation. How artificial intelligence can boost AdTech. In the present era, artificial intelligence (AI) is taking place in AdTech. Earlier advertising was only through newspaper, TV, and magazines, but now the dimensions of advertising have increased with the new technology. Companies have started using AI to market their products. There are various separate digital marketing agencies also that give marketing assignment help to companies that have also opened, which involve AI to market the company's product. AI will not just display ads, but it will also create ads according to the customer behavior on a particular website. You must have seen the ads which pop up when you operate any websites. And if you have noticed, these ads are related to the website you have visited previously. This is how AI has been used, which understands human behavior on the company website and decides whether it can be converted into a potential customer or not and take action according to that. In this article, we will discuss how AI can boost AdTech. Help in optimization. AI will enhance the performance of digital marketing by studying the various algorithms of how ads created and how they perform on various platforms. AI gives recommendations and suggestions on how these performances can be improved. Give instant feedback to the company, which helps in improving the efficiency of the marketing strategy of the company. In some cases, AI will automatically take the action which you would have taken for the best results. This automation will save you time. Such technology will increase business life by improving business activities. Creating ads. It also creates ads, sometimes partially and sometimes fully, depending on what will best results. This way AI will contribute to advertisement technology. AI saves time which earlier spent on creating attractive ads. In spite of attractive ads, the conversion rate was low. But with the AI being used in digital advertising, it has increased conversion rate as it only shows the relevant content to the customers and removes the irrelevant part. In various cases, there are certain artificial intelligence tools that automatically take the decision on how a company can reach to the customers in the best way through advertising. It automatically manages and modifies performance and actions required. Targeting the audience. Targeting the right audience is necessary. Targeting the right audience means showing the ads to the customers who have earlier visited that website and have seen a particular product. Just flooding the websites and applications with random advertisements will give no result. Through AI, it has become possible to target the right audience according to the pattern and visits of the customer on the company website. AI has played a major role in the advertising sector. Through AI, the company is able to target the right customer and create a potential customer, though there are still certain improvements and possibilities that could be generated in the advertising sector.